Now, Poland says it has seen more than 1 million refugees from Ukraine after Russia's invasion. Now the U.S. is considering cracking down harder on Russia. Let's get to Skyler Henry with the latest on this. Skyler.
Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Well, the big focus for not only the U.S. but other Western allies is trying to isolate and weaken that Russian economy. That could mean sanctions. That could mean other major issues, particularly talking about Russian crude oil. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki is actually holding a briefing right now talking about those matters. But on the ground in Ukraine, we are continuing to learn more. Nothing coming from talks between Ukrainian leaders and Russian leaders as well. I believe it's their third round of conversations, but no real conclusion to come from that. We did learn just in the last hour, however, that the Pentagon says that Russia has used almost 100% of its pre-staged force setup that we saw in those weeks and months ahead of the conflict already in Ukraine. Now, officials are preparing for more.
The Biden administration is considering a ban on importing Russian oil into the U.S.
I think there's very strong bipartisan support to cut off Russian oil and gas sales to the United States.
The White House has been reluctant to do so because it would force already spiking gas prices to skyrocket.
This notion that somehow banning Russian oil would raise prices on American consumers is an admission that this guy, that this killer, that this butcher, Vladimir Putin, has leverage over us.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky released a new video calling on the U.S. and all Western allies to ban Russian oil to ratchet up the economic consequences for their war.
President Biden held a private video conference with the leaders of France, Germany, and the UK to talk about the sanctions, as well as the latest situation on the ground in Ukraine.
Our message to Moscow, our message to Russia, to President Putin, end the war. End it now.
Russia has said it would agree to a safety corridor to allow civilians to escape war-torn areas. But those ceasefire attempts have not held.
More strikes have killed and wounded civilians as they try to leave the cities that are being surrounded by Russian forces.
More than 1.5 million people have made it out of Ukraine, the largest wave of refugees in Europe since World War II.
And so tonight, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee will be briefed by members of the State Department about the latest in Ukraine. We should also mention happening on the Hill, Congress is considering passing that $10 billion aid package that would go to help not only the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, but for military aid as well. Amanda?
Skyler, seeing all those families all changing their lives. A lot going on there. Thanks so much for that report.